Now in theory time, give a variable a name. There is another worksheet like the task before. However, this one is more about naming variables rather than working out the answers using variables. So it says computation thinking homework, though it's not homework. Strings, integers and variables. Name the variables. This text uses variables, but the names of the variables are missing. Give them suitable names. Now, before we begin, let's just review the rules for variable naming, which are in the Google Classroom post. Now, I've taken a quick screenshot of them. I'm just going to drop them on top. Here we go. So, variable naming rules. Variables are normally all in lowercase, as capitals mean something special. So, not capitals like the title. Okay, so not like that. You're going to use lowercase, no capital letters today, please. Variables do not have spaces in their names. Instead of spaces, we will use camel case or snake case, which is where you have an underscore in between the words. Variables tend to be given shorter names, okay? So don't write a really long word, try and stick to the shortest word you can think of. Variables tend to describe what they are storing. For instance, name or first name would be more logical than ABC for a variable storing someone's name. And they are unique in a program, so you can't use the same variable name twice. Okay, so let's zoom out and have a look at the rest of the sheet. So the text is, hello, my name is Nuri and I am 11. I have 2 brothers. My favourite subject is art and my least favourite is history. And underneath we have some gaps, and what we need to do is write into the gaps suitable variable names. Now you can use the drawing tool in Google Classroom to draw over this PDF, and you can also add text boxes if you want. But if you're using your finger, the quickest way to do it is just to zoom in, super zoom in, and then you can write fairly easily, quite big, and then when you zoom out it looks normal sized. So the first one is a blank equals Nuri. So, what is Nuri? Nuri is her name. So, a suitable first one would be name. Okay, make sure it's all in lowercase. Make sure it's descriptive. Whoops. And there's no capital letters, and it's nice and short. So we've pretty much met all of our naming rules. Okay, it's lowercase, it doesn't have any spaces, short, and it describes what it's storing. And so far, it's unique. The second one is 11. Well, you know what, she is 11. She says up here. So you think of a suitable short word to go in there. The third one says equals 2. Well, she's got 2 brothers. So what should the variable name be? And then, whoops, I keep drawing on this page. And then the third one is equals art. What does she say about art? She says it's her favourite subject. Now, careful before you do this one, because remember, the variables don't have spaces in, okay? They do not have spaces in their name. Instead of spaces, use camel case or snake case. So, if I zoom us out and go down to that bit, it's her favourite subject is art. So you could write fav underscore subject. Or you could write fav in small letters and then use a capital S and write subject. That's the only time you can use a capital letter. And that is camel case. Okay, knowing that, the last one says history. And she mentions it here, what history means. So fill them all out. Make sure they're all unique, that you haven't said anything twice. So you can't have subject and subject for the last 2. You've got to have a different variable name for both of them. And then send it in on the assignment.